Hello. I just want to take a few minutes this evening to talk about my review on a couple of different ways to wash your makeup brushes. So, as you've seen on my posts, I actually tried a different kind of methods today, and I'm going to kind of compare them to the other two methods that I have. So, first of all, I want to tell you, I originally got for my makeup brushes, like, I do one-on-ones and makeovers and stuff like that. So far, this is what I found to be the best if you want to sanitize. And if you're cleaning just your own brushes, I'm going to kind of go in depth in that as well. But I have to sanitize the brushes that I use on people for when they come over to get a makeover or try our products, and I use my brushes. Or even if I go to a home party and do makeovers and stuff like that. This is the bomb diggity for that. It is called Cinema Secrets, and I got it from Sephora.com, and it says professional grade makeup brush cleaner, quick drying, rinse free formula. And I'll kind of explain this in the back right quick, what you're supposed to do with it, with your makeup brushes and that sort of thing. I did buy a small starter kit first of all to see if I like the product, and I bought the small bottle of this. Obviously this is ginormous, but it came with this. So what you do is apply the product in there. So you kind of pour it in there, then you get your brush, and then you dip it in there, swirl around. And what I did is got some paper towels, pretend like this is a paper towel, and I would blot it, dot it, make sure I get inside of the brush really clean and that sort of thing until it wiped clean. I want to point out that I had a lot of customers. They would always, when I would apply makeup on them, they kind of sniff my brush as I was applying, like, that smells good. And I'm like, sorry, it's not my brush, it's my brush cleaner. So when you buy your brushes, it doesn't really smell like this. It's my cleaner. Hey Kennedy, hey Chelsea, hey Chanel. I hope everybody's having a wonderful evening. So that is my first review on that. So this is absolutely awesome in cleaning. Basically, the directions say for both natural and synthetic makeup brushes, it's rinse-free, condition, and deodorize. It's also used to clean all traces of wax, liquid, and powder from spatulas, palettes, metal tools, and oh wow, I didn't even know that. Hey Janice! I didn't even know that part. I read something that I didn't know. Basically, it says pour into cleansing tin cover, or which I actually done it in here because it actually came with this. I don't see why you would want to do it in this cover, because I feel like I have more control from it. Me being clumsy and it spilling out if I have it in here. Then it says the capillary action will draw up the cleanser of the hair shaft. Quickly dab brush tip into cleaning solution. Remove, gently wipe clean with paper towel or cloth. Repeat as necessary. Shape and straighten wet bristles. Lay flat to air dry. And you want to make sure your brushes are dry. Hey, Catherine, before you use them, something I want to point out, when you're cleaning your makeup brushes, I'm going to go over the other two that I've been using too. Let me actually grab two other brushes too. Make sure when you are cleaning your brushes, you guys, do not come up the area right in here where the glue is, because if you get all the way up here, then your brush is not going to last you as long and it's going to start falling apart. So on your eye brushes, for instance, if you get down in here, that's fine. That's where your brushes need to be cleaned. But if you start getting up here where the glue's at, you're going to start messing up your brushes. I think that's all I want to tell you about that. If you're needing it's been a while that you have washed your makeup brushes, then you have like packed on liquid foundation. This is really, really good. And I'm going to kind of go over that as I tell you about the next method. Y'all, I haven't really extensively cleaned this since I used it, and I'm just going to tell you about it right quick because I need to do a deep cleaning of this. I just got this in, what is today? Saturday. I just got this in Thursday or Friday and used it for the first time today. It is by Sigma Beauty. It is called a cleansing mat. I can't remember exactly what it's called. I may have the instructions in the box, of course, way over there. Basically, they come in 2 different sizes, and you can have one that is on the palm of your hand, which it's not suction cup, it's more fits onto your hand to clean your brushes. This is the small mat that you can lay in your sink. If you've seen the news feed, you've seen this in my sink personally before I started using it. Oh, yay! Good. She ordered hers pink Sigma mat today. Awesome. Did you use a coupon code? Did you able to do the 10% off? And Janice. So basically what this is, and it's stuck, the suction cup stuck to my counter. Basically what it has on here, it has different areas where you start cleansing your brushes. So like wash face is one of them, y'all. See, I didn't really clean it very well after I got done. I need to use something to clean this mat. But basically it has a face and eye brush area. So for your face brushes, you have an area, and for your eye brushes, 2 separate areas for those. Okay, so what you do, you lay this in your sink, you get your brush cleanser, and I actually bought the Sig Magic brush shampoo, and it doesn't, I'll be honest, it doesn't smell as good as this, okay? But this is more, it says all natural, 100% natural, and that sort of thing. And I can tell you if you're interested in the ingredients and that sort of thing. But I ordered this as well. I wanted the whole set just to see how everything would work. So basically this is what I did. I laid the mat down. You want to wet your brush first. And then you, I'll read your comment in just a second, Janice. And then you wet the brush. Then you, I think it says 1 to 2 pumps, 1 to 3 pumps directly onto the damp brush fibers. You want to lather and rinse. Okay, so lathering would, it's stuck on my counter again. Ugh. So basically you would be in your sink and you would rub it here on this, I call it station number 1, wash face, and then you have the rinse, and then you have to redefine. So if it's not getting clean quite yet, you want to go to the redefine or back to that. But it works, honestly. My review is, this works really well if you don't have a ton of product in your brush. If you wait several weeks and you have a ton of liquid foundation on your brush, this is not going to be your friend. You want to actually start with this. This will remove liquid foundation off super, 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 super fast. Because I literally sat there or stood there at my sink for several minutes trying to get all of that product off of that brush for the liquid foundation. And I went to my paper towel just to see how much, and I had tons more. I went with this, and it came off instantly, and I had to wipe, you know, several times, but this was actually faster for more soiled product in your brush. And this was more for if you use your brush a couple of times, or even for eyeshadow, or even for my foundation brush, I had to go with this because it was just so packed on there. And this is, and you guys, this is just what I have found that is helpful. And honestly, I'm not affiliated with any of these companies by no means. So, you know, I have to obviously point that out. I don't get paid for this. So, and this is my personal review to you because I was totally lost in all this stuff. So I want to kind of give you helpful hints on all this stuff too. And Janice has already ordered hers from Amazon. So it was more than a 10% damp. Okay, good. You have Amazon Prime. But I know that Sigma did have something. If you order $30 plus, you get a free gift you can pick out, free shipping, and also you can apply the 10% code. Awesome, Kennedy. I have a couple of them that are new to me, and I absolutely love them so far too. Third method, you guys, I don't know if you've seen this. It looks like an egg. I talked about it in my live this morning. And this thing is still sticking on my counter. Okay, it's called the Lumina. And let me get it. I'm not going to get it completely out of the box. I'm just going to kind of tell you about it. It is the Lumina makeup brush cleaning device. Cleans up to 12 makeup brushes at once. It comes in silver, pink, gold, and black. And this, you guys, is not cheap. I'm going to go ahead and tell you it is not cheap. It does not. You have to buy the cleansing stuff separate, and you have to use those that liquid that comes with it, that you have to purchase separate with it, I should say. You can't use any of this stuff with it. I don't guess. It recommended obviously that because that's their system and that sort of thing, but I was afraid I was going to mess it up in the whole system because it is, you have to plug it into the wall, and basically you hang your brushes upside down, you push it through these little holes here, and they are not open holes. These are what I'm calling open holes. You see, you're able to see the brushes through the open holes. It's not an open hole. You have to push your brush in there. Why don't I just get out and show you? But it does come with a little cup like this to kind of measure out your water and measure out your soap. And I have the soap over there, but it's blue also. Let me just get it out for you guys. Hey, Kelly. I'm going to have to sit the box down, you guys, okay? Hold on. Oh, did y'all see how on the back? I didn't even show this at live this morning. It says Uplift on the back. I totally forgot to share that with y'all. Basically, I got pink, and I've had this for a while now, and it is pretty big. You can kind of see beside my head how big it is. Obviously, you have to plug it into the wall. There is an area right here. Let's take this off. And my son likes this for an alien head, you guys. He loves wearing it on his head. It has little holes here, so it's not like suffocating or anything. Believe you me, I wouldn't let him play with that at all. But I got a cute little picture with him wearing it. It's so cute. But anyway, if I can get this out, it has a little light right here. And then, hold on you guys. I can't even remember which side. There it is. If I can even get it open right now. I'm getting really sleepy and I don't know if I can get this open for you. Right here has a light, and it's really confusing. It doesn't, they have a second one, a new one that came out. It looks a little bit better than this one that I got. Because the brand new one, you can take this part out and it's rich, kind of like how the matte is, like little bubbles. I don't even know if you can see that. Yeah, you can. But I think on the new one that they advertise, you can actually take this bottom part out and put it to your sink and rinse it and have a hair floating that's driving me nuts. But it doesn't come with any instructions. You have to look online. Hopefully, they got some instructions in with the new one that they upgraded, because I got tired of looking online every time I need to use it, and it's more complicated than you think, because you have to figure out how much water, how much soap do you put in there, if it doesn't get it clean, what do you do for the next rinse cycle and that sort of thing. Now, I'm not completely dissing this, because I'll tell you why. Here is the basically where you put your water. No, excuse me. This is where the water comes out when your brushes are clean. You have to take this out and dump it, and you're going to have to wash this pretty good and rinse it out a couple of times. So you got to make sure that's intact first. Hold on, you guys. Like I said, I'm getting tired, and I'm like, my brain is not working. I'll get this. Oh, pinch me. Basically, you put your water in here. Can y'all even see that hole right there? And it tells you a max fill line. So it says warm water, not hot but not cold, because you're going to think about this as like a washing machine. What it does is kind of turns and twists. This whole thing needs to be locked in place in a certain way, and it's like an agitator a little bit. And obviously you have to make sure you put this lid on top before you hit the button for it to start. On this one, it is convenient that, oh, here's the holes that y'all was talking about. You have to put your makeup brushes through that hole. It doesn't just slide onto the side because it is going to be moving those brushes around, and it has to be stabilized in there so it doesn't ruin your brush. Oh, and it does say on the website there is a correct way and an incorrect way to load your brushes. You're supposed to put them in there enough to kind of spread them out like this, and you don't want to squish them like that. So they give correct and wrong ways to load them, because you want to wash those brushes where they expand about like that, but you don't want to completely squish them in there. A couple of things with this that I want to point out. Pretty much, if you don't have soiled brushes, this works really, really well, like really heavy soiled. What I notice is if I've used my brushes for liquid foundation for several weeks and overdue on cleaning them, then I'm having to do it at least 2 cycles, and then I'm still having to clean out the bottom here. But this moves, actually removes and lifts up, so you can easily clean the bottom of that. As you can tell, I've tried to clean this mat. Pretty much any mat that has ridges and grooves is going to be tough to clean. So this has ridges and grooves, and I tried my best just to kind of, I'm going to have to more deep clean it, but you can kind of see how hard it is to get in those ridges. That's the only negative thing about any ridges, rather than using paper towels. But if you want to be eco-friendly, paper towels is not your friend. So pretty much, overall, I mean, this is tough. It's just according to how much time you have, and if your brushes are soiled really well or not. For liquid foundation, I'm pulling out this every time. And that's from Sephora.com. And for the ones, if you're quick and don't want to have to get all that out, I would go with this for something that's not soiled that much, for brushes. But then again, on that, you don't have to sit there and wipe your brush clean, wipe this and wipe that, because you load them, load the water, load the soap, load your brushes, push a button, walk away, hear it, and it does like a washing machine kind of thing. But it's according, if your brushes are soiled, how much time you got, if you want to use paper towels, if you're planning on buying different kind of cleaners, because remember, it suggests to keep the longevity of this, you want to use the cleaner that they suggest on their website. Because like I said, it filtrates through the filtrate system, and you have to dump the water out. So, I mean, it could mess it up if you use another kind of cleaner. So I would suggest in getting that, 'cause I don't want to mess this up. That thing wasn't expensive enough. I don't want to mess it up. And then definitely, if you was to say you use another cleaner, then, you know, to mess it up. Okay, thank you. But that's just my suggestions. I'm trying to think of anything else. Oh, the towers. I did get these from Sigma.com, the beauty, SigmaBeauty.com, I think that's the website. This one is for the face, where you can actually, which obviously I need to get these out. Put your bristles here, so that way they can reshape. But the face one, and I actually like that really good, because I was having to use this one to lay my brushes in and dry, but it was kind of hard to get them in and out. If I was drying them just kind of a quick dry. I mean, it's according to how much time you got, you guys, too. So this is the face brushes, and this is just a drying rack. It does no cleaning. It's just for drying. You can also, if you don't want to buy a cleaning rack, you can, and I've posted a picture of this before, and I don't have like a towel holder in here in this bathroom per se. We use, well, long story short, you can use a hair tie, and your towel rack for your bathroom and prop it up there. I wish I had it to demonstrate. I really do. And you prop it up there a certain way so it'll hang like this. So you're basically hanging your makeup brush on your towel rack with a hair bow. And you can do it that way too. However, if you use it a whole lot and you have a whole lot of brushes, then that's going to kind of get in the way. You know, again, if you'd rather save your money and do it that way or have these laying on your counter, totally up to you guys. So, I know I went over quite a few things, so any questions at all, you're welcome, Janice. I always try to educate as much as I can and go over things because I was totally lost in all of this kind of stuff. So, okay. And you guys, that liquid lipstick that I applied earlier, this is still, only thing I've done is added chapstick to it. That's it. Clear chapstick. Regular chapstick, that's all. So, I've ate supper. I've chased down my toddler. I've got him ready for bed. I've got him put in the bed and everything like that. So, this is still on there, and I don't even know what time I did the live. It was like afternoon, evening. So it's what, 11 o'clock? I don't even know what time it is. Okay, you guys, so I'll wait just a second to see if you guys have any questions at all. And I will be putting this up. And I did have on there, and I'll kind of talk about this while I'm waiting for anybody that has any comments below. I'm just going to wait just a few minutes here. Obviously, I haven't cleaned this yet, but I was talking about this in my live. And again, these are definitely products, like you can get this on Amazon. It's called Cosmo Cube. So, this is good for blending any liquids. So, if you have liquid foundation that you blend, so like me, I have to mix two right now. I'm in between some shades. Or some eyeshadows that you can want to blend together. Like, I don't know, like we have pigments, 2 different pigments or something like that. Or your concealer, you can sit there, you know, it's totally up to you. And it has a little area we can put your thumb here and then you can grasp it. I really like this one. It's very helpful. Okay, you guys, I'm going to be getting ready for bed myself. And everybody have a wonderful night. Making sure that I have everything talked about that I wanted to talk about. Pretty sure. And you can also use what I've heard of baby shampoo and water. I have not tried that yet because I was looking into something like more deep cleansing and more like, this doesn't say anything about it being what should I say? Sterilizing, I guess you would say. It just cleans, so whenever I do potential makeup on anybody, I will probably not be cleaning my brushes with this. I'm going to stick to this for making sure all my brushes are sanitized. So it just kind of depends on also what your purpose is, if it's personal or business as well. But be sure, if you have any questions about what I talked about, hopefully I kind of reiterated several things so that way you could definitely know the details. So if not, just message me and let me know. Talk to you all soon. Bye.